Quest Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of The Undead Part 24, Return to the Fort, by R. Haywood, narrated by Jameson. Season 5, The Rain. Return to the Fort. They always said George was the most dangerous of them all. The others were skilled at killing, especially Dave. But what George could do was far beyond that, because George excelled at making others kill for him. Prologue. Hinchley Point, Day 28. The town was so beautiful, so heart-achingly beautiful. Now it's a ruin of war, with skeletal buildings and 20,000 bodies lying tangled and torn, killed by mortars and gunfire from the hill, run down by the Saxon, and torn apart by grenades. Howie turns to look at the town behind him, seeing through the gaps in the destruction nearly all the way to the mosque at the far end, and it's nothing but dead human bodies covering every square foot, draped over walls, hanging out of windows, crushed under debris, burnt remains, limbs, organs, innards, eyes still open, men, women, children. "Coming in!" George calls as he and Henry make their way forward with green laser lights shining from their rifles, veering away from the fires and heat, treading over corpses and splashing through rivers of blood created by Dave on a rampage as they near the cafe. They walk on to the square, then over more rubble and corpses to the plaza, the bodies here thicker than anywhere else, lying 3 or 4 deep in some places, and the flies already buzzing in to feast. Lilly and her group stand near the back of the plaza, Mary and Peter grim-faced, and the hatred doesn't show now when they look over to Howie. Not after this, not after seeing it for themselves. Kyle a few steps away, his normally genial face a shadow of pain. Frank and Carmen off to one side, both silent as they change magazines in their assault rifles. Reginald by the door, looking over at Howie, eye contact held for a few seconds. The plan worked to save the people of Hinchley Point, but the cost is too high for them to rejoice in their own brilliance. Not from this. Never from this. Paula looks about at the awful view, at the limbs and bodies, at the gunshots and wounds, and the flies buzzing through the now near-silent air.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?